And welcome back to the Run.down, the Knicks post-game show over here by the Strickland. Knicks lose heartbreaker 115-114 at the buzzer to the Phoenix Suns. I think we all saw this coming with the way Cam Johnson was playing, that he was going to be the one to put the dagger in us to end it all. But us over here at Team Tank, we was hoping for this. So
Look, either we win or we get close to the Jaden Ivy, which is a win. So like, I got no problems.
yeah. I mean, what you call it? I think basically, let me just go through the how the game went. So basically, we started off pretty good actually, which surprised me. We started off good at that last game too, so that's been something consistent at least with the team being able to get off to pretty decent starts. Julius had a pretty good first half with like 20 points. RJ didn't come out really all that particularly well. He was really forcing his shots and he didn't show that much poise to begin the game and even to continue. Um, we did get to see an early stint of Deuce McBride today, so that was encouraging. And what else happened? We went to the half. I forgot what the score at half was.
We were
We
down three.
we were down three, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 58-55.
We were down. Yeah, we were down three. So the game was still close. Third quarter, we came out and like it was like a complete opposite. It looked like the Knicks of last year when we came out in the third quarter, where ball was moving, tempo was fast, guys were hitting their shots. Quickly was doing quickly things. Like it was just, everything was just flowing really well. We went up to a big lead. Julius then gets ejected. They increased the lead a little bit more. And then the fourth quarter happens and we just collapse. And the pace slows down. And yeah, from there it just wasn't all that good. And we ended up losing at the buzzer. After what seemed to be a game winner by Mitch, which I was really happy about because I was like, Mitch, he redeemed himself after those really two bad games against Embiid, and then we just have this. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's how the game went.
This game was jokes. I'm sorry. This game was fucking hilarious. Start to finish, this game was fucking insanity. Like like from the Julius ejection to the fucking the tip in to the walk off. Like this game was fucking hilarious. And like ah I guess we could start with the Julius ejection because I feel like that's a really big talking point. Um I think middle of the third quarter, Julius gets ejected after some kind of dust up with Cam Johnson.
And it was
Yeah,
something that you saw building up
yeah,
throughout the game.
yeah, like they were going at each other all game, and like Julius, like, I guess Cam pushed Julius, and Julius pushed Cam, and then like I guess Julius pushed him again after like some words were said, and refs were like 2 T's, you're out. So Julius gets ejected, and he was in the middle of like a really good game, 25 points in 28 minutes, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% from the field, so 25 points, 18 shots. That was a really solid game from him. But they needed other Knicks to carry the slack, and no other Knicks were really be able to do it. Um, yeah, just poor late game execution once again. Poor free throw shooting, especially. They missed 9 free throws this game. No, yeah, 9 free throws this game, and they lost by one. Um, it just it's a worrying trend to see, like, no matter the personnel on the court, this team cannot figure out how to like close games and how to conduct efficient late game offense. And I think a lot of that falls on coaching. Once again, I feel like coaching has been the real big talking point of this entire season. Like I think you saw late in the game, like this team was starting to slow down, and it's like, why are they slowing down when like the ball was moving? Like the ball was moving fast, the decisions were coming fast, and then Tibbs is like telling quickly at half court to slow it down. It's like at some point you have to let your players freestyle. You have to let your players do things that like you have to let your players like dictate the game state. And the fact that you as a coach basically telling them to slow down because that's the only way you know how to do things is like just egregious fucking coaching. Um, I I cannot for the life of me understand why he did that. I really
Yeah, and
don't.
Ariel had a tweet basically saying that like this is something that seems schematic because every time we have a big lead, the guys just slow down the offense, and then everything just comes to a grinding halt, and we end up losing leads like that. So
which I don't get. It's like if you're gonna keep losing leads like this, why do you keep doing the same things? And it just feels like again adjusting, like more adjusting, more like lack of attention to game state, and more like the same shit keeps happening with different personnel, regardless of the personnel on the floor. This wasn't a Randall issue. This wasn't a fucking RJ issue. This was a team issue, and it's like Kemba wasn't playing, Noel wasn't playing. It's like the scapegoats that you usually have weren't playing, and this team still manages to blow a lead. So
and one thing that I think that kind of contributed to that as well was like I noticed one thing that Cam Reddish, he was like the one Nick that was like consistently getting to the rim and like
yes,
being able to finish through contact, which was really encouraging. And then all of a sudden he takes it after we get like some momentum, we build up like a nice little cushion with our lead because we know the lead was still crumbling, but like those Cam Reddish layups gave us a nice little cushion. And like he just took him out for Evan, who came in and like proceeded to airball like two shots.
yeah, like if Evan was
And
hitting his shots, I get the fact that like Evan was hitting his shots earlier in the game, but like definitely once he started like getting cold, you had to put Cam back in, but then he put Cam back in too late, and it's just like
exactly, you just gotta roll with the hot hand, and like that's what I don't understand about Thibs. He doesn't roll with the hot hand when it comes to like role players per se. He'll roll with the hot hand if it's like Evan or if it's like Randall
Burks,
or RJ or yeah, even Burks to a certain degree. But like when it's like role players like that, he
but it's
just doesn't.
quickly, yeah,
Yeah, he just
quickly
doesn't.
Reddish,
He's not gonna let them ride the hot hand, which is like sad to see because it kind of diminishes their confidence when you think about it
yeah.
too.
I think like the only person who probably doesn't get that is Grimes because like Grimes just feels like a really tipsy player, but I just don't understand. I think we could talk about Cam though. Like Cam getting to the rim and finishing at the rim has been significantly better than we saw in Atlanta. Like he's using his length the way he should be using his length. Um, I think he's shooting like 66% at the rim, which is like way better than he used to. And I think that probably increased. And like I think all three of his shots were twos, and they were all at the rim. So Cam, like you could see the flashes. He didn't hit threes tonight, but like you can see the flashes, and you could see why people are so high on him. And it's like if he could just put it all together, there's something special there. But didn't happen. Yeah, like, solid game from him tonight. Another good game from Quickly. So now he's put together like three solid back-to-back games in a row. You can see him start to regain his confidence. The three ball is coming back. Uh, he's just masterful right now. I'd say he's just like I get the passing numbers aren't gaudy, but I don't think they really need to be. Like he's doing the right thing, and
Yeah,
that's all you really need. Like that's all you want Quickly to do is just do the right thing,
he's
hit the
not doing
open
too
shot.
much, which seemed like he was trying to do earlier when he was in that slump.
Mm,
Let me get to some comments. The fourth quarter scheming and execution was downright embarrassing. We deserve to lose. Brutal to lose like that, though, for sure, for sure. But you know, the tank rolls on, Jeff. Tank rolls on.
mhm.
Yeah, it does suck to lose at the buzzer, especially after the way like it seemed like a lot of our young guys put together some solid outings tonight with between Mitch, Quickly, Cam in his limited stint, and I forget who else. I think that was it. That was out of our young guys that really played well. But
Yeah, I mean Deuce didn't really play, so
yeah,
but yeah, just I guess we could talk about. I mean, RJ didn't have the best game. I'd say like
yeah. But you
statistically.
know, he kind of gets that grace at this time after all he's done throughout
Yeah,
the last couple of months. So we'll know
yeah,
he'll probably get right on Sunday versus the Clippers. So
yeah, I agree. Just he deserved a rough game. Like it's okay for him to have a rough game every once in a while. But yeah, just like I think we talk about Mitch though. Like Mitch was, I think, the star of the game as soon as
yeah,
Randall came out. Um,
and even
stat,
before Randall came out
yeah,
too.
like we just read the stat line here. 17 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 offensive rebounds, 3 blocks, 4 steals. Like the dude put Aiton in a body bag tonight. Like Aiton could not do anything against Mitch.
Nope. Especially without Booker and CP3 to force feed him lobs all night and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you really see where he like imagine like you see what Mitch does. Mitch doesn't really have a point guard to really feed him. RJ's the only person that really consistently feeds him. So imagine Mitch in a role
Yeah,
similar to Aiton's where he's just like getting force fed lobs and stuff like that and easy
yeah.
baskets in the paint.
Like give him Capella's context. Like give him like Trey Young, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, so on and so forth. Like the best point guard he's had is Derrick Rose, and he barely played with Derrick Rose because as soon as Derrick Rose was injured, Mitch was
They're
okay
never
again.
healthy at the same time, which is crazy.
So like the dude's been struggling, like 8 of 8 from the field. Like at some point, we just gotta acknowledge the fact that like this dude is worth his fucking bag. Like I get it, he has his ups and downs, but like him and Quickly, when they have bad games, it's like the sky
They're
is
really
falling.
loud.
Yeah, like the
Their bad
sky.
games are really loud.
Yeah, it's just like people talk about it and they're like, oh, why we care about this guy? But like Obi Toppin can shoot fucking Coachella tour dates, and like, oh my god, it's just Obi Toppin. He's just getting used to the swing of things. He won the slam dunk competition, yada yada, blah blah blah. And it's like either they're young players who can grow, or they're young players who can't grow. And it's like at some point we just gotta acknowledge the fact that like they're all young players, and it's like okay for them to have ebbs and flows, but I don't know. I think that was a game that you put on the negotiation table, and you're like, pay me my fucking money. And like, if you can get the context around him for like like an actual playmaker, then I you can probably get a 2020 game from him. Like you can get these high level performances, like consistent double doubles. I just think that the dude's ceiling is incredibly high, and it's like when you're consistently finishing like 8 for 8, and it's not a surprise anymore. I don't know why you don't like reward that type of player. So yeah,
Yeah. We got a comment from Brent here. Can't keep playing Fournier in the clutch. His lack of mobility kills us on the perimeter. Cement shoes. Yeah, no, and if he's not hitting shots, it's like it's a complete wash at that point because like he's not hitting shots. He's not he's not playing defense. So it's like, what is he bringing you at this point on the court? And like I'd rather have opted for Cam Reddish minutes because I just thought that the minutes that he was giving us both on both ends were pretty solid, and it just gives you a chance to see what you have in your young players that you invested using draft capital in trading for. So like you got to see what they have at some point, and I I would love to hear Thibs's explanation for that decision. And he'll probably say that Fournier probably had it going earlier, and he decided to go back to him to see what he had. At this point, I don't think anyone wants to hear what Thibs has to say, though. So
yeah. Just really at this point, like he's gone. Like he's gone. He has to know he's gone. Like there's no way you can keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's
what is
blowing up
this
in your
like?
face.
17 out of 20 games we've lost now.
Yes, we have been the
If
worst team in
if
the league in February, worst team in the league in March.
how many other coaches get fired at this point?
Several, several. Like I don't know what we're waiting for. Like unless they're
Like
just
you
like
can wait till the end of the season, but like at this point, you're just still wasting everybody's time right now because we still got a decent chunk of games left that you can use to just see what we have in the young guys. But Dibs isn't gonna do that. So like you continuing to hold that off by not firing now and waiting to the end of the season just kind of like waste a lot of player development reps and all that stuff.
yeah. It just feels like delaying the inevitable, and I don't know why we're doing that, but we are. So uh, like I don't. There's just not shit to talk about. It's just like the team is doing the same shit over and over again, and they keep fucking losing. And it's like the coach won't do anything to change that. And then like random scrub X goes off. Like, what do you even say about that?
Yeah.
Like, that fucking campaign had 17 and 16. Like at some point, something's got to change, man. Like at some point,
Um, from AKA Frack, thoughts on the inevitable Mitch Supermax?
Uh, he deserves the bag. Fucking his trainer will take like all of it, but that man deserves his fucking money. Stop playing with my man bread. Give him his cool little 450.
If it was in season, it would be after this road trip. I mean, it still is in season, so they could still do it. I mean,
Like
they could get him a little nice little commercial flight and tell him, "Yo, fly back to New York. We got something to say to you." And Johnny Bryant, keys are yours. Rest of the year, do as you please, sir. But make sure you get these young guys reps. I mean, they could do it like that, but the Knicks will probably do the right thing and wait till the season is done. And
we gonna give him a fucking grace period. Like he deserves that shit. Again, it's like you have to think about the headlines. They're gonna be like, well, firing a coach mid-season, like yada yada blah blah blah. So that's why they're doing it. It makes no sense to me, but like you gotta respect like the fact that there are reasons. I guess.
Oh, one thing that really bothered me too is like, why did you just randomly throw Deuce in there into the fire in the middle of the fourth quarter in the midst of the team collapsing? Did he think that was gonna like? What was the point of that?
Here, nigga, damn.
like what?
He was like, y'all want these deuce minutes? Take these deuce minutes.
Like
and
that.
They go bunt. I told you.
That made no sense to me because it was like, what do you think that does to his confidence? He gets in there and then he automatically gets trapped and like he has to get a shot clock violation. Like,
bro, like, man,
Dibbs is coaching like an idiot. Like,
I got no words, man. I got no words. Like, I can't put into like he's just been fucking stupid. Like he's just been stupid. Like, why?
Man, I really don't know what else to take away from this game, honestly, because like
the tank rolls on.
Yeah, the tank rolls on. That's all that keeps that's the one consistent that's been going on for the rest of this year. I mean,
the tank rolls on. Mitchell Robinson and Tibbs is growing as Jaden Ivey. So
as soon as I saw Tibbs bring back Evan Fournier, I was like, yeah, this man is tanking. This man is tanking. Like, he wants us to lose this game.
Leon Rose put in the call, and he was like, listen, you know what you need to do. And he took that shit, and it was like, yes. So, yeah, there's nothing to talk about. It was just the same fucking shit all the time. So
it's like we could talk about like what we want to see from the team, but like, is it gonna happen?
It won't happen.
No.
You're just wasting energy at that point. Like, it's not gonna happen. So
shout out to the 7 people that's kicking with us at 1 a.m. on the East Coast to talk about this awful Knicks loss.
Get lives. Please.
Question: Ivy, Chet, or Jabari? Chet, for real?
Chet is the best player in college basketball. Chet is like number 1, and it's like not even close. And I fucking love Ivy.
Chet doesn't move me that much because like I just need Son to get on a protein diet.
Okay, let him take the 25 games for HGH, and he's fine.
Like, he just, like, for me, I've watched a ton of Auburn games because, like, I don't know, I'm always around when Auburn games are on somehow, but I've seen a lot of Jabari. I love his game. Just like a tall forward that can shoot.
I can't get behind Jabari because Jabari cannot fucking finish, and he's 6'10".
I mean, that can change though. We've seen guys become better finishers, and like the height helps. So it's like,
dude, 6'10" and you can't finish. Like, the list of people who do that are like small. Like, everybody who's like 6'10" and can't finish like that, it's like as bad as fucking Jabari can't finish, basically busts. And it's like, yeah, his shooting is good, but like you're probably looking at a Cam Johnson-esque player. Like Cam Johnson just blew us up with fucking 38. So who fucking knows?
I mean, hey.
But like, my point is like,
a tall shooter, I do not mind, man. I do not mind if we're left with him out of like those three, if like those two are taken and like Jabari is somehow still left on the board and we're there, I'll take it.
Yeah, just like I mean, I'm cool with any of them, but it's just like if you're expecting like Jabari to come in and like save the franchise, don't just don't because it's not going to work out the way you think it is.
Jeff with a comment. Feels like the attitude Randall came out with, I'm gonna prove this is my team, really impacted how RJ processed the game. He was frozen out longer and clearly wanted to make his touches count. Yeah, RJ was like forcing a lot of like as soon as he got the ball, he was forcing a
Uh,
lot of touches.
I don't. I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't. I don't. Like fuck this. Like, it's been. Dude, you're like we've seen them both cook. We've seen them both struggle. At this point, just like sometimes they don't fucking have it, and sometimes they do. Like I don't think we need to
Yeah, I
make
mean, I
all
think
like
I think RJ just like he really like he just rushed a lot of stuff tonight.
yeah, he just rushed some stuff, and sometimes it fucking happens. And Julius had to go in, and sometimes that fucking happens. I don't. I really don't want to hear about this whole like, your team, my team. Like
That is an issue on some teams though, so you
it's an issue, but it's like I don't
can't
think these
ignore it.
guys. I don't think these guys have an issue. I just feels like sometimes RJ has a bad game, and that's okay. Like they definitely try to get him involved.
Yeah, he did get a lot of touches tonight. I mean, how many shots did you have tonight? Like over 20,
26.
26. Yeah.
Like he
So he did
definitely
get a
got
lot, but like he was rushing his shots. So I think if he had made the most of them, I think his shots would have been.
like when the dude comes out and like hits like 3 straight shots in a row. Like Julius had to go in from like tip. So sometimes it's
Yeah,
gonna happen and you have to adjust. And it's like if RJ basically needs to palm the ball for the first 40 seconds, then like Julius had to go and figure it out. That's the whole point of this team is like figure it out who has the hot hand and go.
I feel like a lot of these issues also be mitigated with a better coach. Honestly, like
Yes,
just
that's it all.
establish roles that are going to be clear cut from the jump, and maybe they deviate throughout the season when things change, but that's on the coach to make sure like those players know what those roles are gonna be later on in the year. And that's the main issue with this team. Like there's just roles are not established. And
No roles, no identity, waning effort, um, accountability is an issue. Just
huge issue because we see scrubs continue to be scrubs in games that they should not even be on the court for. Because God forbid you put someone out there that's like 23 or younger, call the police.
yeah, one of these dudes with Brian minutes, you gonna get him.
Like
Is this your point guard?
at least let Deuce get some like some 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 consistent flow in the game. Dude just threw him out there for like a possession. I was like, here,
Nah, we
you.
know how that. We know how that. Yeah, but I just at this like I don't have shit to say because it's the same shit happening every single
March
game.
Madness is around the corner.
Facts, like yeah, right.
It's time to be scouting. Every Knicks fan, get your scouting cap on.
That's not the fucking bet. We are on FanDuel. I don't give a fuck about scouting.
I'm gonna be doing some low key scouting. I don't know if I'm gonna be betting because
Yeah,
FanDuel ain't been kind to me lately. So
I think we're launching the big board soon. So like me, Perez, Oscar, everybody at Draft Strickland's gonna have fun with that. But yeah, like it's a decent draft. I wouldn't say like it's a good draft. It's definitely like a weaker draft. I want to say like 2016ish. Or 2016 is strong, but like it's definitely one of the weaker drafts in recent memory. So, but we'll see.
I feel like we say that every year though, and like as soon as the guys touch the court, it's like, yo, this class is deep as hell. Like
It may be, but
so.
maybe.
We gotta see, because then as soon as summer league pops off, that's when everyone starts, being
Yeah,
like, "Yo, this dude fell to like 37. Yo, how did he fall to 37? Like, yo, this is crazy." So
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. You're right. But like, yeah.
Like
My
when we saw
initial
Deuce in
thought.
summer league, we was like, "Yo, how did he fall to 36? Like, what the hell?"
Okay, yeah, the league was just stupid on that one. I'll fully admit that the league was being fucking stupid. But like, yeah. Yeah, March Madness will be fun. I think it'll be a little awkward for like the like. I think people want a point guard out of this draft, and it's like I don't see a reason to waste the pick on Ty when you have like Rokas and Deuce, but people will like debate that until they're blue in the face, and it's like
they're gonna let like one March Madness game like really like sway their opinion. Like say Ty goes off in like one March Madness game, people's gonna be going crazy for him.
Man, the
You
fucking
know it.
man,
You know it because like after
he had
De'Aaron
17
Fox
assists.
cooked Lonzo, everyone was like, "Yo, De'Aaron Fox might be top 3." Remember that?
I now remember that. That shit was like, yeah, they will. That fucking March Madness was so fucking wild because it was just
That
like
was one of the craziest March
it was
Madnesses
it
ever.
it was agenda. I ain't never seen so much agenda in one tournament.
It all started with Lonzo Pops though, because like,
Yeah,
but like I didn't mind because like it fueled the matchups. Like it had like the matchups had more meaning to them at that point. And I feel
yeah.
like now the matchups really don't really matter that much anymore. Like I feel like last March Madness that was really fire like that was like the Zion one with Duke and them because it was like which team is gonna knock them off. That was the storyline.
Mm.
This year is like it's like all right, are we waiting to see like Chet do something or something in
Yeah,
Gonzaga? Like
yeah.
Gonzaga doesn't play any comp all year, so it's like they don't.
They don't, but it's
They don't
like
play any comp all year, and then like when they get outs in the tournament, everyone's like, "How did Gonzaga lose?" And
Chet bringing us all the way though. Chet taking us to the fucking promised land. I'm putting Gonzaga for my fucking. I think Zaga wins it this year, but they'll go out in like the round of 16. I'm gonna lose so much fucking money, so I'm not looking forward to it.
to some mid major
Bro, the fucking loyal your fucking even say this.
Loyola.
Yeah, your Loyola fucking Chicago's gonna knock them out in the round of 16. I'm gonna be vexed. I'm gonna be vexed, bro.
Oh man, but nah, I think March Madness is gonna be a nice opportunity for Knicks fans to get their casual scouting on, see what players that they are somewhat interested in. Um, I know I was going crazy for Johnny Juzang, but like that dude does not look like he's gonna be like a real NBA player. So it's like,
He's good for the NBA.
yeah, I mean those type of players they're fun to watch in March Madness. So like that's the one thing you gotta be keen on is like not to get too hype with the March Madness hype because like
Yeah,
it can be OD and like sometimes these players are not legitimately NBA players. So
yeah, I'd say that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it for us. Cause like getting to the point we're talking about March Madness, cause the Knicks suck so fucking.
last question before we head out of here. Has Burke play reached elf levels?
No, no, don't.
No. He's
Y'all don't
just
understand.
being misutilized.
Do you understand how fucking bad Alfred was? Like, y'all forget. Like these damn. It's been a year since you've seen Alfred, and now acting like you ain't see Alfred play basketball. He was a terrorist. Like Alfred Payton, like Alec Burks is like he can hit threes, whatever. Like Alec Burks is whatever. He's being misused. Alfred Burks was sorry, Alfred Burks.
Alfred Burks.
Al-
Wow. Gibbs
Alfred
is like
Payton.
causing brain damage over here.
It's fucking 1 a.m. But the fucking Alfred Payton was a point guard who was a terrorist. Like that man would literally lose you leads, and then Derrick Rose would have to play like 18 straight minutes because Alfred Payton was so fucking bad at his job. Like, bro, Alfred Payton is one of the worst Knicks in history. Like, not even close.
That
Not
says a
even
lot
close.
because we had Andrea Bargnani over here for a year or two.
Bro,
So
it's him, Bargnani, and fucking Joakim Noah on like the Mount Rushmore of like, I hate this nigga.
that's a fact. Burks hasn't reached that level. Burks is just being misutilized, so it's like really frustrating.
And plus last year he was cool, so like you'll take it.
Yeah, last year he was super valid. He was hitting shots in the clutch. Like
Exactly.
we was making memes about him, calling him the king of the
Yeah,
fourth and stuff like that. Like, come
bro,
on, Alfred was never getting that type of love.
Burks was valid this year until fucking January hit and the fucking chemical swap. Like, but Burks was valid. It's just
Yeah.
fucking Tibbs. Like Tibbs has reached alpha levels, not Burks. But yeah,
Tibbs is on Fizdale levels right now. Like just like all time bad coaching right now.
Hornacek. Fizz is a different kind of fucking pain. Nah, he on Hornacek. Maybe Derek Fisher. Maybe.
All right,
That's fair.
maybe.
Yeah, but like Fizdale, nah, he was 4-17, bro.
I mean, yo, bro, we're like 3-7. We're like 3-17 right now. So like, there's
Uh,
not that. It's not too far off.
nah,
It's not too far
nah,
off.
he was out here gassing up Alonzo Trier. We'll make Moody right. Fuck that.
That's all he had. That's all he had. You see what Thibs is gassing up? He's gassing up Alec Burks and Evan Fournier. So it's like
Man,
gassing up 30-year-olds compared to like gassing up kids. I mean,
man. Man, Fizdale was for the youth though, man. He was for the youth.
Fizdale would have been playing the kids right now. That's one thing I would say. He'll be playing the kids right now.
That's nasty. This is nasty agenda. This is nasty fucking agenda. This is nasty fucking agenda. Have some shame, brother.
I'm not lying though. Like that's one thing for sure. He made sure to play the kids. Like
You
you
not
wasn't saying
lying.
no.
You not lying, but you ain't even need to tell the truth.
That's how bad it's gotten with Dibs here. So Dibs, you brought us to like this type of breaking point where we can like make comparisons to Fizdale. It's bad for you, brother. You're out of here soon. I do think we're gonna wrap things up. Do we have anything to plug? Just check out the Strickland site as always.
Yeah.
We do have a Patreon, so I do want to bring that up. I don't know the URL for that right now, but
And
I'm
use
sure it'll be in
promo.
the
Yeah, use promo
and
code TBPN for DraftKings Sportsbook. So
yep. Make sure you do that
give us the
if you're gonna be
kickback that we don't
gambling.
see.
Make sure you check out the Strickland merch also. We do got merch, so make sure you check that out. And yeah, I think that's all we got.
Yep.
Appreciate
Alright.
everyone for appreciate everyone
Tapping
for tapping in, hanging out, listen to us babble about March Madness and Fizdale comparisons.
See you guys Sunday when Reggie Jackson puts a 30 burger on us. Oh, you gonna do that shit? I'm gonna be heated. I'm taking over.